We heard from a friend who's having trouble replacing this rising spring hanger on her Singer Studio 328. This is the same family as Silver Reed, but they used to be called either Singer or Studio depending on age. In order to replace it, you need to get into the works of the Carriage, and we have whole videos on that. So this slideshow is just a brief reminder of how you do it. Now that we're in, here's Jack.
Our knitting friend is asking about this rising spring right here. You notice when I depress it, it locks into place. But there you go. That is the spring that lifts this out of the way. This is a special feature on a number of these Silver Reed type carriages that lets you raise this up in case there's a problem under here.
Notice, also, it gives you a free pass. You can
right
run past the needles without anything happening, nothing falling off.
Right. But see, this is its normal position. And if you had a needle jam in there, you could actually see in there by raising this section. But this is the spring that lets that pop up.
And we have a friend who's trying to replace one and has run into an issue.
Right. I think what she did was replace this sub drum, which means you have to get this bracket off in order to do that, these two screws.
Right.
But notice the spring is anchored on that plate. Now let's slide over to the other side. That plate isn't there. Here's the retainer for the sub drum, two screws. Here's the post, but there's not a plate under those two screws. So let's go back over here. And what we'll do is loosen these two screws. And here's a spring factor that you don't want to let get out of control.
That's been on there a while.
It has. All right, the spring tension is against this base right there. And I'm going to hold it down and take these screws out one at a time, very carefully.
And if you didn't hold it down, it would just fly off?
Yes.
And if you hadn't taken a picture and you weren't familiar, you wouldn't know how to put it back?
Right. I've done this a few dozen times.
Well, I know that.
But there you go. There's the base for that. And you notice the cutout right there where it goes right around that little post.
Mm-hmm.
Now this, let me show you while we're in here. Indicator. The size of these holes is way bigger than the actual screw set that we're using. So this thing will dance from side to side, and it's very important that it be lined up and not cantered so that it interferes with the rotation. It's got to be evenly spaced here to the drum and here to the drum. So when we put this back together, that requires spacing. See, look at this side.
You could, in fact, get your new drum installed and your rising spring back installed.
Right.
And have the drum fail to move for that simple reason?
Yes. This has got to be an even spacing all the way through that curve. And that's why I was showing you that the hole is way bigger than the boss for the screw to go into. So when you're putting this hold down retainer back into place, see, even if you pull the circlip off here, you're not going to get this sub drum out unless this piece is off. That's the retainer for the sub drum. You notice all these pieces sticking out right there are not going to let it slide off that post as long as this retainer is in place. So this is a necessary item to remove to replace the subdrum, which I'm thinking this is what our friend did. But now look, here's our spring, and if I flex it down, you'll see that it goes right inside this piece right here. See it?
Yep.
Okay. It's a curved spring. I'm going to take it out. This is the piece that rides inside of this.
Would you put it on my hand and gesture, because there was dark behind it?
Okay.
And the film will see it better. There.
That riser right there is what goes right inside this piece where my screwdriver is going right now.
Right.
Okay? So this lives up in here, like so.
The spring, the end of the spring.
Right. But this riser on the end of the spring,
Shaped like a hook somewhat.
right. But that little crook right there is what rides inside of here to keep the spring in place.
Mm-hmm.
The base of the spring goes here. You can see you cannot get this end to go in here with the base in place.
So you first put the crooked end
Right.
into, is that an aluminum housing? For color, it looks to me.
Yeah, it is. It's cast aluminum. Then what we're going to do is hold this up, and with my finger here, I'm going to press that into place. And it's hard for me to do and let you see it, but you can see me moving that base piece here with my finger. There it goes. Now we're in place. Now, holding everything in place with your little octopus buddy, this goes in here.
Would you like me to stick a finger over there?
No, I got it. See, that's it right there.
Okay.
Now we run our screws in. I'm using a smaller than normal Phillips screwdriver so that I can feel the boss inside there. And I'll try to get my fingers out of the way.
Does it get easier on the second one?
Yes, it does.
There it goes.
Now a little bit of tension holds it. Then this tiny tip, we'll line that up again. Screw in, wiggle, wiggle. And we'll find that threaded boss. There it is.
And in it goes.
Right, now, notice the built-in washer face on this screw.
Yes.
That's not a washer under the screw. It's a part of the screw head. But now that's what's going to hold this in place. But look at how much freedom I have here in movement. So now we go back to full size. We're just going to very slowly bring them down, just fingertip tight. Make the adjustment. Keep a finger on it. One side slightly snugged. Make sure the sub-drum turns. That's what we want.
That's looking good.
Now,
Now you
slowly,
snug it on there.
slowly, we bring it down. We check again. You can see the angle that's made right here at this ear sticking up and this ear sticking up. See, these ears have a face right there that I'm showing you that slants away from the drum. But that's what you want right there.
Okay.
Freedom of movement. Now, these things were a bear to get off, so obviously they need to be pretty tight.
Well, you can easily see how the action of the drum might vibrate them and back them out if they weren't.
All right, now I notice that moved a little bit. No, that's fine, but here's what I want to point out. Here's the retainer There's the cutout surface of the retainer. It's right up on this post. That's what it's supposed to do. So the spring can float, and yet, oh, look.
And it works.
All right, let me show you while we're in here. This is superb. This is not superb.
Okay, so
See the difference? One finger, that's what they're supposed to do.
so this might miss pattern, or it might just not interface with the punch card reader at all.
It might not pick up the information because it can't turn fast.
So we got to figure that out before it goes back together.
Well, I think what we're going to do is some LPS 1 under both
Can I
of
go
the
through what
drums.
I think are the theories and you tell me whether I'm right or not?
Yes.
It might just be dry. And if so, LPS will fix it. LPS 1. It could have thread or old grease around the shaft.
Yes.
And if so, LPS might loosen it up a little bit, but it will never get to that free spinning
That's what you want.
situation. So if lubricating doesn't do it, we would go in looking for thread or fuzz or old
See,
grease.
here's the underside of the drive. Right there. This is actually driving the sub drum. That's what those teeth are doing. But look right there. See what we got?
Here's a heads up for our fellow knitting machine mechanics. This is the diagram from a 328 service manual that we were able to find online. But there's an issue with it.
We just did a video showing the riser spring for the front plate on the right-hand side of the carriage. If you'll notice in this diagram from a 328 service manual, the left and the right sub drum only have the hold down plate with 2 screws on either side of the hold down. That is not what we saw inside of a 328 carriage. So letting you know it's not always what the manual shows you. You have to compare what you've got in front of you to what you're seeing when you look at the manual.